Hey there, so happy you are here. I am Coach Cheryl Hunter, and I have two amazing people here with me that I'm excited for you to meet if you haven't yet. Here is Julie and Pericles.
Hello.
Hi,
Woohoo!
how are you?
Julie Hunter, Pericles Rellis from the Hunter Group, the
Awesome to be
amazing
here.
coaches. So happy you're here.
Thank
So,
you.
okay, if you haven't caught one of our videos before, I want to kind of give you a frame so you know what we're doing here. And so we talk, us on our team, probably talk to 150 people every month. And one of the things that happens when we do is we're privy to a lot of the common things that people are dealing with. We hear a lot of patterns emerge and themes emerge. And we thought, hey, why don't we put these together and offer it to you to kind of help shortcut your journey and see if it can make a difference for you. Because, you know, we don't just find one person is dealing with different issues or problems, but that many people are dealing with similar things. Now, we also will take Q&A from you. So we've done that a couple times. So you can always drop a question in the comment section or send us a DM for that. But tonight's question comes from something, or topic rather, comes from something that Pericles saw the other day and brought to us, and we started discussing it and thought, whoa, this could make a great video, but and be something that's not only interesting and like a cool topic to discuss, but also really impactful in your life. So,
Yeah,
welcome.
Cheryl, thank you. You're right. And I came across a gym membership online. It was an ad for gym membership, and it was a 30-day money back guarantee. And my first thought was, wow, this is really cool. But then when I really sat with it for a bit, I realized that at first glance, it seems like it's a really great deal, but in fact, it's going to have the exact opposite result for the client.
Yeah. Right. So, you know, I know some of you may be rolling your eyes right now at that. Like, Pericles, are you saying that guarantees are a bad thing? You know, how is that possible? Guarantees are supposed to be a good thing, aren't they?
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
We go through life actually looking for guarantees. But unfortunately, that's just not the way life works, though. We mistakenly
Darn
think
it.
that a guarantee means that I'm guaranteed to get what I want. But that's actually not true. A guarantee means, yeah, you're going to get your money back if you don't get what you want. And that's worlds apart from actually getting what you want, right?
You know, Julie, you're making such an important distinction. There's a huge distinction between those two that frankly, I think most of us miss. So we have to really ask ourselves the question, what's our end goal here? Is it to have our money back, or is it to have the outcome that we want?
Precisely, and that's why it's so important for us to talk about the myth of the guarantee.
Dang it! It's funny because it really is a toughie, right?
Yeah, right. So like, let's even look at the best case scenario of the guarantee world, which would mean you get your money back, which at the end of the day means you are back to square one. You still don't have the outcome you want. You've been let down by not succeeding once again, and you're even further from your goal than when you had started.
But hey, you know, you got your money back in hand.
Right?
It's like it's such a tough one because we look at, I really want to be guaranteed this, but in this world, like you're explaining, Julie, you don't have what you want. You just you're back where you started. You got your money in, you got your money back.
Exactly, and that's why a guarantee is actually a disservice to the person who gets it. And I don't want to say that again because I know it flies in the face of how we normally see a guarantee. A guarantee is actually a disservice to the person who gets it. And why I say that is simple. When you have a guarantee, you know you have an out, which is like having one foot out the door, and that is never a good thing.
Right? Or let's say you've put the responsibility for accomplishing your outcome over there with the people offering the guarantee, right? In one regard, they don't have anything at stake in your success. Only you do.
Exactly. Exactly. And having a guarantee also puts you in the spectator mode where you're on the sidelines kind of waiting to see how it's all going to turn out rather than being the player in the field who's making it turn out. I mean, we might as well go watch a reality TV show or a YouTube video or something like that and watch somebody else getting the thing that we want.
I have to say, this is just radical. It's right. I mean, it's counter to how we always look at it, which is why we all got so excited about the conversation. We're like, wait, but what about this? What about that? But you're just so right, though, both of you. It's like this theory applies across the board in life. Like it's not like limited to gym memberships or something, right? There was a woman who came to me years ago for coaching, and she wanted to get married. She was considering this. She'd been in a relationship for several years. She was with a guy who she said was a great guy, and he'd already asked her to marry him. So I was like, and so what's the hesitation? And she said, well, I don't want to say I do until I'm 100% positive that there's no way it's going to fail. So she started citing all the statistics on divorce. Do you know how many marriages end in divorce? And then she started saying, I've thought what I should do maybe is get a prenup, because that would guarantee that it would last and it would stand the test of time. And I said, a prenup guarantees when it doesn't work out. It's like that's not at all what she wanted. I said, if you do that, you're both planning to succeed while preparing to fail.
Exactly. At the same time. And having that safety net or a prenup, as you called it, really just means you don't have to fully commit to your marriage because you have an out. And if things get hard, I'm out the door.
But that's simple. But don't get me wrong, though. I mean, this woman who came to me for coaching, she wanted to get married. Absolutely. She loved her boyfriend. It's just she was looking for something that life didn't offer. She wanted the guarantee that it was going to work out no matter what. Before she said yes, she needed to be guaranteed. And what was really tragic, it just broke my heart. The thing that was so tragic was her waiting for a guarantee. Even though she loved him and she wanted to say yes, it was having the opposite effect because her hesitation was starting to give him cold feet, and he was now wanting to back out of the proposal.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate, right?
No.
But we find it's that way, though. And it's not just limited to marriage or gym memberships or even therapy or heck, dance lessons. I mean, take any other thing you'd really want to take on.
But I'm a terrible dancer. I need a guarantee. Okay, I'm sorry. I digress.
Right, listen, guys, if you can get your money back, then how likely are you to ever really have any skin in the game? Right. And when you don't, that means you never really commit or fully apply yourself. And that is a huge disservice to you. When there is no out, no back door, and it's all up to you, that's when you fully apply yourself each and every moment. And that is how great results get produced.
Exactly. And I'm going to take it one step further. And I'm going to say that it applies across the board. Having a guarantee on a TV or a car or any other physical thing that we can buy is also a great disservice, simply because when we have that guarantee, we don't treat it with the same respect and care we would if we didn't have the guarantee. Now, that's not to say that guarantees aren't great, that sometimes things show up that are damaged, or sometimes things show up that are defective. Guarantee is great in that moment, yes. But having a guarantee if you really look at life and you look at how you treat things when you have that guarantee versus when you don't, I'm willing to bet, willing to wager that you treat it with a lot more respect and care than you do when you don't, which increases its overall value and your experience of it tremendously. Ultimately, having a guarantee takes the adventure out of life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what would things look like if you didn't have that safety net? What could you do or have if you went full throttle knowing that it's all or nothing? Guarantees let us play safe and limit to what we can achieve. Bottom line.
Yeah, absolutely. So, breaking the myth of guarantees really can result in you getting more value out of the things you do in your everyday life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's when we don't have a guarantee that we throw ourselves into something fully or treat what we have with much more love and respect, which ends up in really enriching our overall experience. And that is what it's all about.
Truly.
Right. So, and not only this goes for the physical things, like you were talking about Pericles, the TVs, the cars, the whatnot, right?
Right.
But it's also the most important things. right? Relationships,
Mm.
whether that's with ourselves or with those that we love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's such a good, this conversation is so rich. I mean, it started out like as some little funny aside and that you brought up, Pericles, but it really caused us all to really start looking like, where in life do we, all of us, start looking for like a get out of jail free card? Like, how do we use a guarantee to avoid doing the work? Whether it's like an example I gave before of the woman who really wanted to get married, but she was waiting for a guarantee, you know, so whether it's in a relationship or, you know, taking on a new hobby or project or starting a company, or like so many people we speak to are wanting to launch out on their own and start their own business. But it's a very familiar trap of people wanting to be crystal clear, waiting for all lights to turn green before leaving their driveway, before they actually jump in. And let's face it, life is so much more rewarding, wouldn't you say, guys, when it's all up to us?
Absolutely. When you just jump fully in.
It's an adventure. It's an adventure. And it's exciting.
It's a cannonball off the high dive board.
I mean, but the truth is, it's like, it's this funny kind of tightrope between, oh, I'd love life to offer guarantees, and then reality, which it doesn't. And I mean, so often when it seems like when there's a guarantee and we don't hit whatever the mark is, it's their fault.
Right.
You know, as opposed to, nope, since there's no guarantees, this is all on me. I got it from here.
Right. I have to share this. It just, sorry to interrupt, but it just reminded me of when I went skydiving the first time.
The first time.
You can't ask for a guarantee. You don't get, exactly. But you know, I'm filling out the paperwork. There's all these waivers and all these things you need to sign. I just remember thinking, I'm just signing it. I don't care what it says. I'm jumping out of the plane. And if it doesn't work out the way I expect, I'm not going to be around anyway, so it won't make any difference. No guarantee was going to cover me. So it was just going for it. Full throttle is what we're talking about, and not worrying about the guarantee, because ultimately it mutes our experience of life.
I really get what you mean by it's an adventure. It makes life an adventure. Yeah, because you're like, there's nothing else. This is it. I got no safety net, right?
Exactly.
Fantastic. Well, when you're ready to start that adventure for yourself and look at all the ways that you've been waiting for things to just line up perfectly and be guaranteed before you get rolling, then it's time to hop on a call with us, and we'll help you get crystal clear on all of those areas where you've been waiting to live the life that you know you were born to live. So like I said, we speak to maybe 150 people a month, and we'd love you to be one of them. And so when you're ready to have that call, for Pete's sakes, I spelled it wrong. Hold on. Dang it, whoever said I could spell. I said smell even. Lord almighty. Who said I could smell? Well, that's something else. Okay, here we go.
Nice. Good job, Cheryl.
CherylHunter.com/apply. And we will hop on the phone with you, one of the three of us, for 90 minutes, something like that. And we'll get to the heart of exactly what's not working. And then we'll look at where you want to go. And if there's a way that we can help you shortcut your journey and get there, we'll absolutely let you know. But we're committed that the call be valuable and well worth your time regardless. So we love doing these conversations. And if you've got any questions you want to drop for us to do on another one of these episodes, just drop it in the comments boxes. Like I said, drop it comments box singular, or pop us a DM and we'll address it. We'll have a conversation just like we did about this one and answer your question. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye.